Oh no, what? Yeah, I'm here. I just didn't know if you heard me. But hello. All right, about to start the broadcast, so I'll lead in. So just want to let you know. Hello, everyone, and welcome to F1 2020 TTML Formula 2 Season 2, Round 6 here at the British GP on a very happily pretty Valentine's Day, where a lot of these drivers have their loved ones waiting in the wings, and they're going to celebrate the night with them after this race. And I am joined here today by my co-partner in crime, not my partner in that sense, Brandon. Brandon, say hello.
Hello, everybody.
That is good to hear. We were here last week for Austria, and it was a very interesting race where a lot of the drivers duked it out here. And now we are at Silverstone, a very tricky track to a degree. Not the hardest one in the calendar, but maggots and Beckett's could catch some drivers out if they're not careful. As we are here to start one-shot qualifying, as we go off the line here right away, County is currently leading the way with Bashiro in second place. And they're going to go off into turn 1 here. Don't want to get too close to the wall there, or else you will end it, and it will be a very quick day on out. As County still leads the way, Siege second, Sebastian third, as NSR Frary Pepper has just retired from the session, so not a good start for him. As they're going to head off into the last corner here, and we still have a good run up here, and it's still County that leads the way. Now, the one thing worth noting in these cars here is a lot of these F2 cars do go around here, so there's a lot of practice here. It's not a circuit where the cars don't go around here at all, so they should know how these cars kind of break. And it'll be interesting to see how the drivers handle this in retrospect.
Yeah, this would be fun. I mean, driving around here in Formula 1 car in this game is totally amazing. It is one of the most fun tracks to drive, I think, but definitely challenging. And with these F2 cars, that must be even more difficult.
That corner just Honey Badger just went out there. I'm going to see a lot of guys go wide there. That's going to be a place where a lot of drivers are possibly going to validate, especially here through Maggots and Beckett's. Honey Badger still leads the way with Kukino in second and Scuba now in second with they're back and forth, but Honey Badger still leading the way. So your boy Honey Badger's on the hanger straight here, still running it down. So it looks like he could be on pace to get pole position here. But if Kukino or Scuba can have an answer to the last couple of sections, it will be interesting to see. As he goes to the last corner, don't want to go wide to invalidate. Looks like everyone has made it relatively clean to that section. Past the Fanatec sign, past pit road. A little bit of a lockup by Honey Badger as they're going to go through the last couple corners here. Pariah has retired from the session as they're going to hit the last corner here. Looks like Honey Badger could take back more, but he will get pole position. He did.
Wow.
He was leading
Nice
most of that lap.
Honey Badger. Yeah, he was. He had control. I mean, it's not possible to just jump in here in a Formula 2 car and hit a nice time. It takes a lot of practice.
That is correct, and it is worth noting that Honey Badger is really good at getting these poles down. He is really a fast driver when it comes into qualifying, but his race pace is good too, but he seems to be a little inconsistent when it comes to his race, so hopefully he can keep it together on the track, at least for your sake, because I know he's got one person in the booth that likes him.
We've got Scuba in third place, and we've got Siege down in sixth. I mean, in the overall standing, Siege can catch a little more ground today.
That is correct, but also if I quickly pull up the standings here, I believe after the last updates in position, yep, no, that's the wrong standings. Sometimes these chats get a little bit confusing here. There they are. Gotta scroll to the bottom. Yeah, Scuba currently leads. He's got 175 points, and Siege is at 151. But even Sebastian and Honey Badger, still a lot of rounds left to play in the calendar. And even Sebastian's at 116, Honey Badger's at 114, and Mashiro's at 104. So they can also get some good ground here with some good finishes. The calendar's still young, and the season's still young, so a lot of points can be made if bad luck is the fall on Scuba. Not that we're wishing for bad luck, but you never know in these racing series. I bet you, though, a lot of the drivers are hoping that he gets a relatively poor performance. But now, it does look like I see some clouds, but I can see some blue sky and a little patchiness, so...
Ooh. Have we got rain?
Maybe. We'll find out when it starts raining, but for right now, it looks dark enough that rain could be on the horizon. Or it could be a false positive.
So Honey Badger, he's in 4th place, 114 points. He can also climb a little bit today. I mean, he put in a fast lap there, which means that potentially he's going to climb up these driver standings if he gets his way today.
That is correct, 100%. And if I'm not mistaken, pole position does get 2 points, so he's already got 2 points to catch up to the gap. No, it says on the rule system here I was given it's 2 points for the at least in their standing.
It should be 4, man. Come on. It says in the game that it's 4.
It says in the game, but they have their own little point system for this, so so yeah, that's worth noting. But Honey Badger does get 2 points to his total, so I bet you he's probably wishing there was 4. I bet you he's really hoping he could get 4. That would be 4 extra points. But yeah, it does look like it's either this is just a normal summer day in Britain, or it looks like it's going to rain.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, around here you can get everything. It can switch so fast. But one of the best fun things about commentating in this F2 league is seeing the skills of these drivers. A lot of them are really good. These F2 cars are not easy to handle. And then in rain and around like a fast track like Silverstone, it's going to be fun.
I mean, personally, I think the best thing commentating is being with you every week. But
all right.
Hey, gotta throw a compliment out there once in a while. As George gets disqualified.
Ladies and gentlemen, tuning in from around the world, we have commentating all the way from New York, USA, the one, the only, the amazing Pepsi!
Yay! That's the energy I need. That's the caffeine boost I always get every week. This is why I like doing this. Get that little boost from you. You get me going. And all the way from the Netherlands, even though he has the Irish flag, it is Brandon.
What happened to TTGA Jörg?
I'll be honest, I don't know. He just got disqualified in the formation lap. He must have lost it.
Okay, we also have Jeffrey Henney. We have here, new driver.
Yep, Jeffrey Henney, new driver for Valores. I think was here last week. Nelly is a new driver as well. And this also is going to be the last race for Pariah, so hopefully Pariah can go out on a good finish.
Pariah. I've been chatting a little bit with Pariah. That's really sad here. But obviously it's like he can't say yes to everything. But so he's going to say no after this race. And hopefully Pariah can go out with a great result. So Pariah, for you, let's do it. Come on.
Hopefully he can get. Maybe we'll see him in a couple reserve races if we're not careful. So maybe we'll see him around. But anyway,
he's actually a great commentator.
Oh, I did not know. I have not been in the booth with him. So hopefully that is. As they do line up for the formation lap here, as you'll see the results on the screen. I totally forgot to ask. Who do you think is going to win this race? Quickly now, quickly.
Scuba.
I'm going to go Mashiro. All right. Going to do it quickly.
Oh!
Just got to do it quick because we ran out of time. All right, we were kind of talking a little bit too much as we do have a little yellow flag. We'll try to get a good camera here as they're really giving me weird angles here. All right, there we go.
I'd sit in the back of the field and let's go.
5 red lights. And away we go here for the British GP on Valentine's Day. As Honey Badger gets a relatively good start, but I think Kugino got a little better one, but it looks like Scuba could try something around the outside as they're going to go through the hangar straight here. Kugino takes the position, and it looks like Scuba's going to try something as well. And they're both going to be side by side. How aggressive will Honey Badger be on the brakes here? He's going to be very aggressive, but he's going to lose 2 spots. I believe
no. We've got guys spinning around at the back of the field. We've got Flores, we've got Jeffrey Henney. We've got quite a few spinning around.
They're all pretty much
Mashiro's in trouble. Mashiro's sliding the way back. What happened? He's all over the place.
Oh, he's all over the place.
What's happening? Is it raining?
No, it's not raining. It just looks like they got a little squirrely. I have no clue. That just looked like I just looked up. Oh, it's Mashiro and Henney are a little bit side by side here. Yep.
Flores went out to the left and Mashiro went out to the right.
Maybe he just misjudged the braking points. That can happen sometimes in this series where you misjudge where you're going.
It looked like they'd come around the corner. It was on the straight. They were ready, and I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
one went out to the left and one went out to the right. Mashiro has to make up a lot of ground now. He definitely has it in him, but let's go.
Yeah, let's go. He's got 15 whole laps. Yep. He's going to have to go through a lot of traffic, though, so a lot of things can happen. But he's going to have to fight. As we cut back up to the lead here, Kugino's taken over one position. Honey Badger held on the P2, and Scuba took over P3. And then here we go. Ivor's going to try to make a move on Scuba. It does look like there's a lot of kick up and dirt, though. So it maybe looks like I think rain could be on the way. As Ivor's is going to, after his aggressive drive in Austria last week, going to try to show the people why he belongs. And he's going to make a move on our points leader, Scuba, for P3. But it looks like Scuba.
That was nice driving.
That was. Scuba can try something around the outside here. No, he will not. And Ivor's will hold the position, at least for the time being, in P3.
Yeah, Ivor's sorry. He braked late and he cut right in front. I mean, defensive driving. That was like spot on.
Someone's around.
No.
Big pack here in the back. Yep, Jeffrey Henney and a big pile up in the back here. Honey Badger gets 3 seconds already.
Out again.
God, there's a lot to cover here. Mashiro has lost it through that little section. I don't think his car is set up for this track right here, so he may have set up setups wrong here. But as we look to the rest of the field, now DRS has been enabled, and my whole scorecards are screwed up. County's in the wall, so a lot here is going on. County lost it on the start-finish straight. He's got damage. He's in last position. Mashiro's had a rough go of it. And the back is still in a big cluster here with a lot of cars fighting over small positions. So yeah, a lot going on here.
They went out on hard tires. I don't know, but a lot of these guys are sliding all over the place.
Yeah, so maybe they're not updated to the hards. Everyone started the race on a set of hards. Let me just confirm that. Everyone except Maze and Pariah. They're the only two that decided to start on softs. So from the one I did a commentary for an F2 race once. It was a 50% around here. And what I remember correctly from it is that hards to softs is the better strategy than softs to hards. So it'll be interesting to see if Pariah and Maze can make something work with those softs, but I just don't think that's the best tire advantage from at least I've seen.
No, but I think I definitely agree, but I see Honey Badgers are even swinging from side to side to try to get some heat into these tires because they're not staying inside the track limits, and I think inside the next lap or two, we're going to see a lot of time penalties coming in.
Yep, it's just a very easy circuit to cut if you're not careful. It's not the worst in the game, but it's up there, and Honey Badger's already learned that lesson, so we'll see how many more can happen. But yeah, Noisy has just made a pass on Jorg for 12th, and Kugino sets a fast lap of the race, but Kugino's looks like he's not really feeling the pressure from the hards, but the last time we said that, the past couple laps, it seems like the leader always has an issue, so let me just knock on wood and play it safe.
Go, Kugino, you got it, you got it. Oh, no! Honey Badger went around as well.
We just talked about someone spinning and someone just spun.
I tell you, these hard tires are not heating up properly. I think this isn't normal for this league for so many people to be spinning.
Yeah, a lot of these drivers are good with their car control. And these F2 cars are a little bit punchy, but they're not this fighty. So I just maybe again conservative. Maybe it's a strategy, but yeah, I think something's wrong with the tire, or they're just not getting them warm enough. As we got a battle here for P5.
Except Kugino. Kugino's like, see you guys, I'm out of here.
Does Kugino got his hack machine on? Is he got the strategies good to go? Does he know how well the tires work?
Something.
But you would think that if the tires were not warmed up, you would see the two guys on softs, which are Maze. Maze is about to get possibly passed for P7 by Honey Badger, but he'll hold position. But you would think that Maze and Pariah would be making good time, but they're not really making that great of inroads in comparison to the guys on hards. So in theory, if they're fighting that much on tires, but I guess that does also confirm one thing, that it's not going to rain, or at least if it does rain, it's going to rain later, because they would have started on a set of softs if it was going to rain. As we do have a battle here for P4, as Siege and Sebastian are fighting over that position, and they touch wings, and then Siege is off. Siege is off. He broke his wing, and they just side pod touch, and he got sent the other direction. That
didn't look like the best driving from Siege from what I saw. It looked like he lost a little bit of control, turned to the right and hit him.
Yeah, it just looks like Siege got a little loose going into the corner, back-ended it, and boomed, and they side pod, and then he just got sent the other direction. Nothing really you could say happened wrong with Sebastian in that case. Sebastian held his line. Siege just went wide, tried to come back in, and lost the back end because he was on the rumble, and boom. So that's nothing you could claim had bad happen there. That's a racing incident, at least in my book, but I'm not a steward.
What's happening, these guys? We've got Siege in 14th. We've got Mashiro in 13th. Come on.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of drivers here. So we got a battle here for 6th. Honey Badger spinning as well, but he luckily is not ended up as bad as they look side by side here.
Oh!
As Honey Badger will make the move on Maze, but Maze is going to get a better grip with those soft tires. He's going to have that better traction. Still side by side. Hopefully Honey Badger does not put it in the kitty litter. Honey Badger will just hang around the outside on a set of hard, so great move by Honey Badger around the outside.
Yeah, but I think if you watch Honey Badger through these high-speed corners here, it's like I think Maze is going to pass him. Yeah. Honey Badger is struggling a bit on these tires. It's
He's struggling on these tires with the hards, but I was shocked. I was looking at like Maze. I was kind of clinching there a little bit. So I'm like, oh, Maze, you cannot make this happen in Maggots and Beckett's. There's no way you'll be able to go side by side in Maggots and Beckett's. You can barely do it in F1 cars. There's no way you'll do it in F2 cars, as Mashiro gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So the cuts are at least on the bottom half of the grid really starting to add up.
That's true, and Honey Badger hasn't given up. He's getting a little bit away from Maze and ready to put pressure on 4th place now.
That Pariah passing
is driving pretty fast.
4 seconds clear of Scuba. And remember, we saw him last week at Bahrain, not Bahrain, a couple weeks ago at Baku, and he's a relatively fast driver. He just had a little bit of an issue with cutting. That was his main goal. As Ferrari gets past there, he goes relatively wide. It's going to allow Noisy to get by him for P8.
Oh, and Honey Badger is around.
Oh, Honey Badger's around again. Oh,
no.
and he takes out Maze with him. And Maze has got wing damage.
As far as I know, Honey Badger tried to pass Steerban there for 4th place, and I don't know. That was a dodgy one.
It just looked like Honey Badger tried to move. The back end kicked out because he can kick out turn 1, and then he just got boinged into the wall. And now Honey Badger's trying to get heat in the tires. You can see him kind of fighting that steering wheel. And I bet you Maze has damage, so he's going to have to limp with a broken end plate. So, a lot of fighting here. This is not what Honey Badger probably wanted to see. Sorry, spun twice. But yeah, Kugino just checked out from the lead. Ivrix is about a second under Scuba, so we got a battle here. George just passed Nelly for the last points paying position. Mashiro's still fighting, though, so give him that credit. He could try to get in the top 10 as well. He wants some points. Yeah,
we have to have points. I mean, like, come on, Scuba, you can catch Kugino, but we definitely want this to be exciting. So we want Siege, we want Mashiro a lot higher than 13th and 12th place.
I mean, we got to fight here possibly for a second, but yeah, Kugino's just checked out, and you want to see fighting, because without fighting, it's just kind of boring. Like, what's the point of watching this? You could watch something else. You could watch paint dry. Our commentary's nice, but I don't think you just come here to listen to us. We're not a podcast. But as we got a pass here for Noisy on Pariah for P7, but it looks like Pariah's going to try it again, because remember, Noisy's got that damage. No, sorry, that's Maze. My mistake. Names are mixed up. Both in orange cars, but it looks like Maze is going to hold the position, and Pariah is not... Pepper is going to try something around the inside, then the outside, but he's not going to make it work. As Honey Pariah's around,
right now,
and he hits his own teammate. No, Pariah lost it on the back, and they're really not getting the terms with these cars.
What's going on, guys? From the commentators, what is going on this week? Oh,
I don't know. Someone feel like maybe we'll find it out at the end of the featured race. We'll look through the chat, see if someone has to say something. The only other thing I can think of, but I don't think they run presets. So, as a Maze...
Oh, Pariah Pepper's around as well. Pariah Pepper just spun out.
Oh my God.
What is going on?
I mean, it makes you really, feel really good for Kugino and Scuba and Ivrix. They've been able to keep it relatively spinless. So, and Flores is kind of slow too. So it's just, yeah, a lot of drivers are fighting these cars.
Wow, this is it's fascinating. Like, these drivers week after week, it's like I'm amazed at the control these guys have got around some of these tracks. It's like, wow, nice driving, respect. But today, guys, I don't think so.
Who knew that Britain was going to be the kryptonite? Who knew Britain was going to be the kryptonite of these drivers?
But okay, so driving out of Ireland, it's Scuba MUFC. Come on, Scuba, you can extend your lead. I mean, we got to cheer on Scuba as well, right?
Well, Scuba's not currently in the lead. Kugino's currently in the lead, but Scuba's 5 off.
Overall standings.
Point setting, yeah. We got a big battle here for the final points paying decision. Mashiro's going to try to make a pass on Tej, and it looks like Nelly's going to try something as well. So we got to look for battles throughout the rest of the field here, because a big checkout, and they're almost 4 wide for the last points paying position here. They are just fighting for what is basically like 2 points. Honey Badger gets another time penalty.
Honey Badger another time penalty. And Freya Pepper was all over the place there as well. Pariah's gone into the pit now.
Pariah has now pitted. Actually,
he was on soft.
Yep. Actually, a little birdie's coming to my ear that technically that is not for the final points position, because technically they award points for, I think, all 19 drivers. So everyone will technically get a point. It's not the F1 system. But, so they're technically still fighting for more points, though. So that is still technically factually correct. But, yeah, that is our closest battle. Siege and Mashiro here, both fighting. Probably wish they were higher up. Instead of fighting for P8, they probably wishing to be fighting for P1 or P3. But you'll take what you get.
Yeah, definitely. And one thing we have seen is that a lead in F2 does not mean that that's the car that's going to win. Nope. These cars have either it's the cars, but we'll pretend it's the cars. We'll not say it's the drivers who can't handle the pressure. We'll say it's the cars, and the cars are tough. And we've seen people leading this race and suddenly lose it.
Yeah, no, because these cars are tough. As a man that's driven them, you just don't know. One time, if you feel like the car's planted, and the thing will say, "Oh, sorry, your free trial of traction control has expired, and it's now time to spin." So the game has that random feel.
That was a good one.
This game just has that random
my
feel.
expert commentator for Pepsi. Yes.
I'm here all week at the Chuckle Hut. Make sure you tip your waitress. Anyway, though, we got to move here for Siege on the inside. Going to try to make the pass work. He's going to get his elbows out here on Mashiro. They're going to still be side by side. Mashiro's not going to try to cut here because he's already got 3 seconds. This is for what would be pole position of the sprint race. As it looks like we see Pepper, not even Fry Pepper, going to take the pit lane here. And he's going to get 5 seconds for speeding. And he's retired from the session. He had a chance at points. And he's now just called it a day. So, must have just called it not been happy with his car.
Mashiro made the pass. He's up here to 8th now.
No, he was already still in 8th. Siege was trying to make a pass on him. So, yeah, other way around. But, yeah, not missing anything up front. Big second gaps. Everyone's like a second clear of everyone else. Ivrix has kind of lost touch of Scuba. So, this is the closest battle we could have on track. And it is for, as Vorez has also decided to call it a day. So, he will be 16th. As these drivers are currently fighting for 11 points and 12 points. So, it's only fighting for a 1-point difference. But it will also be pole position in the next race. Even though Mashiro does have a penalty. So, Siege would be technically P8 by default, but Mashiro kind of wants to beat him on track just for pride purposes or get clear.
This looks like good. Siege is going wide in these corners to get a better exit, and he's all eager to put in a plan of attack here. He's going to go for it.
Siege is going to try something on the inside here. Will he try it? It's only lap 8, but remember these hards should be going till about lap 10, and then they'll be probably pitting. So they got about another lap or two before they probably should start pitting, because that's when puncture range starts hitting around 10-11. So.
Oh, he's right behind Mashiro.
Yeah, Mashiro's taking it very conservative through Maggots and Beckett's, while Siege is taking very more aggressive. So he looks like he's got a car set more for cornering, as County gets a 3-second time penalty. But something else worth noting.
Nice exit by Siege, and he's passed.
Yep, he is passed. That is 100% correct. But something else I want to point out worth noting is Sebastian's retired.
No!
And he's actually crashed on track. Watch George here as he's going to pass him. How did he lose it, and how did he break his car in that position? Look on George. How did he lose that?
That's crazy.
And Honey Badge is retired.
No!
Wait, I forgot to put the track map on. That would have probably helped make my life a little bit easier. Oh, he's off in turn 1 though, so that would make a little bit more sense as to why he's retired. Because he's off just in the corner 1 with a destroyed car. But how did Sebastian break that?
It's like these guys are sliding at the most strangest places today. It's
and
like
also,
it's not where it should be happening.
Yeah, and also I'd like to point out one other thing that I forget the one other thing I was going to say now. I was looking off the screen for a second. It will come to me eventually. But Kugino, before all this happened, Kugino just set a purple lap. So he's clearly making these tires still work. But yeah,
he's on a 139 now. I mean, he's flying right here.
Yeah, that is correct. I will quickly pull up his times here. I'll refine the right intervals because, yeah, he's out of 139. No one else has even broken the 139s. Even when some of them pitted, they still haven't pit the 139s. So, yeah, he's in a world of his own.
This means this brings Siege and Mashiro up to 6th and 7th place. So these guys definitely have a fun battle on now with just over 6 laps left. Now Kugino is 139.5 left.
Mm-hmm. He's
figured out something.
He's found something that no one else has. So yeah, Siege though currently Mashiro still the closest battle on track after all that commotion. We still got a big old fight here for P6. As I'm looking off my screen here because as Mashiro is pitting right now for P7, so he looks like he's going to try to get the undercut on. But you're wondering why I'm a little bit silent is because I'm looking over to the left here. And since I'm an American, the Daytona 500's on today, so my eyes are kind of split between two things right now. Because I'm an American, so big race here in the States. So I'm looking left, looking right, looking left, looking right. So, yeah, trust me. Next week, you got my full attention. This week, I'm going to be side by side. But anyway, Nelly has jumped.
It was the Super Bowl last week.
It was last week, but that game wasn't happening when we were racing. So yeah, a lot of big fighting here. But anyway, yeah, Mashiro has actually. I think he had a pit to fix a wing or sort of a penalty. So yeah, surprisingly, he's going to be waiting longer in the pits. But yeah, a lot of drivers. So he's probably definitely not going to get that jump because of the time thing.
Now, and at the moment, Kugino is still pulling away. It's up to 5.5 seconds now. Scuba is driving pretty aggressive. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Scuba's driving and staying within the track limits. So this is really good driving from Kugino.
We'll see if Kugino decides to pit this lap because I'm assuming it'll be in the window. Yep, he will now pit. 5 seconds. Don't speed now because you have a 5-second lead. You can afford to speed, but you don't want to speed. Let's put it like that. Scuba also, but Scuba's going to stay on an extra lap because I think the undercut's more strong around here. So I'm shocked Scuba didn't follow him in. But I guess being 5 seconds behind, sometimes you got to try something. Then you got Ivrix. He stayed out another lap. Let's see if Noisy or Jorge, TTGA, regardless, Noisy's going to pit. And we'll see if the other car here is going to, ART is going to pit as well. And he will not. So he'll also stay out. But Kugino's now out of pit lane. So he'll definitely stay ahead of TGGA. Because I want to say George. I want to say Jorge. I don't want to get some hate mail by saying, oh, it was not George, it's Jorge. So you got me confused there, son. But Kugino will come out clear of him. But he'll come out clear, and he'll be still in P3. So that's a relatively good pit stop. Pitted and still in the top 3. So he'll get a podium regardless, as long as he can hold it. Then you got Siege pitting, Noisy is pitted, Nelly is pitted, County's pitting, and Maze is actually he's already pitted, so he doesn't have to pit again.
It'd be good to see Maze get a nice result here today, so hopefully he can climb a bit.
Yep, he should hopefully get a result here, but he's going to probably, we'll see, because I think it will be close between him and Siege, but that's as much, actually, he'll get Nelly. Siege will be close. Yeah, he's just passed a lot of drivers there, so what am I saying? What exactly am I saying? And
Scuba will go in a pit now, we're saying?
Yep, Scuba has to pit this lap. I mean, those tires are falling off, and you don't want to risk a puncture. Since you got the points lead, you don't want to risk a puncture around here.
Scuba, do the right thing, do the right thing.
Just pit now, man. It's not worth risking. He will pit. Ivrix will follow him in, so that will be the last of the major runners pitting. The only other driver is TG Jorge, who's currently in P4, but he's a little bit far away from the pit lane, but I'm assuming he will also be pitting this lap as well. And that will basically hand over the lead to Kugino, because Kugino should come out relatively in P1 still.
Well, Evoxara in the pit as well now.
Yep.
Yep.
They still haven't hit their pit stalls yet, so it's going to be a few seconds. Yeah, and Kugino's about to cross, is going to the last couple corners here. So he will definitely come out P1, and he'll just have to keep it clean for the next 3 laps. But I'm shocked there's still a piece of fender from Sebastian's car right in the last corner. I keep seeing it every lap, and I'm like, they didn't pick that up.
Run out and get it. Run out and get it.
I know it's
That's
very...
like the extra module you can get on the game. It's like you can send the stewards out onto the track.
I'm just saying that I'm just shocked that they haven't sent anyone out there yet, or that thing has not disappeared. Because I know there's no tire punctures by running over debris, but you think that would be a risk. Which is something they need to add in the Codemaster game. If you run over debris, you get possibly a puncture.
Yeah.
But
Scuba now it's increased to 7.5 seconds.
Oh yeah, the undercut was strong.
Yeah.
The undercut was completely
definitely
strong around here. But yeah, it looks like everyone's relatively spaced out here. Everyone has taken a pit stop. So I think it's basically kind of, unless like Mashiro can, unless Pariah can catch Maze, I don't expect much else to change here, as Mashiro will get the fast lap as of right now. But I expect that lap to come down when Kugino gets that car fired up and starts his flyer in about a lap.
Yeah, that's true. And Nelly is probably the closest battle we have right now. Nelly on Siege.
Nelly on Siege, and that's, again, not a race Siege wanted to hope for, because he's right now with Pedales, I think Mashiro only has a 3-second. Let me just confirm that. Yeah, he does. So right now Siege would still be P9, but if he can get within half a second, he will get P8. And the difference right there is starting in P9 for the sprint race or starting on pole position. So there's a little bit of a thing where Siege has to get the power down and has to consistently go. He can't afford to get napping. And Nelly, who's our rookie here, could possibly, if he can get past Siege, put himself in the position as well, but he's still got a long way to go for that happening. And speaking of Kugino, he just had a 1:38.036. So
1:38.0, wow, nice time.
He just took that lap and said, it's down. Come challenge me. I want the points.
But Maze is also a good chance now to grab 5th place if Maze can stay away from the penalties.
Yep. Let me just check the penalties here one more time, because I should have just checked all of it. Yeah, he's got 6 seconds. Yeah, Maze will definitely... Actually, Maze and Pariah both can jump Jorge in P5. So, that's still a long way to go. But yeah, top 4 is pretty much, presumably, I would say, pretty much good to guys go. I don't think that's going to change. Again, things can happen. I've seen... Nelly gets a 3-second time penalty, so that won't help him in the hunt for Siege. But, yeah, I've seen enough in this racing series to know that anything's possible. I've seen, when I first commentated Spain, that BWT car spun from the lead in the sprint race. So, 8 seconds is nothing. I'm not going to count him a winner until he crossed the line on lap 15. But Ivrix...
Evoxara, yeah, he's not really closing in, is he?
He's not really closing in. So, yeah, Scuba's kind of pulling away a little bit. But, yeah, a good race by Ivrix as well, or Evoxar, because he's done well, too.
Yeah.
Good drive by
him. He did really well last week as well.
Yeah, he won the sprint race, and we were calling him. We were giving him a little bit of flack for his aggressive driving, but he made it work. So, hey, you make it work, you make it work. He got to taste the victory champagne. It's always a little bit sweeter. As Kugino will start we'll have 2 more laps to go here. As Kugino will start lap 14 here, and he's 7 seconds clear. And there's really no battle, except Mishiro's currently caught the back of Pariah. So I think Pariah may have had something bad happen. But Mishiro does have.
Mishiro's going to pass him. Yeah.
But the problem is, Scuba just sets the fast lap of the race. So Scuba just challenged Kugino and is like, oh, you want to set the fast lap of the race? Here, my turn to go now. But remember, Mishiro does have a 3-second time penalty. So even if Mishiro gets past Pariah, Mishiro's still going to have to get 3 seconds clear in 2 laps. So I don't think that's going to happen.
That's probably not going to happen, but he's closed right in on Pariah now.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as Pariah can keep this together and...
but he has...
he passed there. Wow.
Yeah, he's got to make that pass. I just looked at the time intervals. Siege is 3.1 behind. Siege is now within 3 seconds. So he has to make this pass and get it done quickly. Because if he's stuck behind him, now Siege is within 2 seconds. So that battle right there and that pass just really helped Siege. And now Siege is looking to be... Yeah, Mishiro looks like he'll be starting P9 in the race unless he can pull a second. Or something happens to Siege. So this is why time penalties matter, folks. Because if you're not careful, you'll get caught like this, and bad things will happen.
Yeah, definitely. But that was a nice pass by Mashiro. Respect, that was a nice one.
That was a nice pass.
He took it there. Yeah.
Yeah. I bet you right now he's kind of hoping Pariah slows up and really hammers Siege, because right now Siege is really, he needs him to get some distance. But we'll cut back to the leader here, because the leader's about to go through the last couple corners here. Actually, no, we're only lap 14. My mistake. Called it 1 lap too early. Whoops. Just looking around here. Kugino, that's a rookie mistake. Kugino going to start lap 15 now. I'll probably get a fine in the mail later for that. But Scuba going to start P2, and Ivoric's going to take the last lap here. Again, it looks really dark, but yeah, no rain, so kind of a lie, if you would say.
Yeah,
the rain was a lie.
Siege is going to get right up close now to Pariah, who took one of the corners a little bit wide there.
Mm-hmm. But now he's actually 1.2 plus 4. That's still interesting to know. It will be interesting to see the conversion. It's about 2 seconds. We'll see. Again, can he make this move stick? No, he'll have to sit behind. That's going to help Mishiro. Mishiro's going to get some distance. This is for the the front row of the grid for the next race. So they are fighting, but Mishiro is also slowly catching Maze ahead of him. So we'll be interested to see, can Pariah make a move here? He'll try something probably in turn 1. How aggressive will he be? Because now he's losing time. Pariah's already 2 seconds behind, and he's losing. So Pariah, he'll have to make a move here. Go into corner 1. Around the outside. No, he will not. So he needs to force it. He's being a little too conservative, but really there's nowhere to make the pass. But he's being relatively conservative.
Yeah, Pariah definitely a little bit slow there, Pariah. Come on, man.
Get him on the straight here with DRS. Basically, you got Mishiro, you got Siege leading forward like in the gamer chair, just leading forward, trying to get as much out of the car as he can. He's leaning. He'll make the pass work. Will Pariah have an answer back? He will not. But he just lost over a second because of that. And now Siege is going to have to get within. He's going to be close. As we were looking at that battle, Kugino has just crossed the line. He's won the race. Good for Kugino. Scuba is going to finish the race in second. Good for Scuba. Going to help him the championship points. And Ivrox is going to finish P3 with Noisy. And now Pariah's actually got a 2 second, 3 second time penalty. So that's going to put Mishiro in 8th regardless because of the time penalty. Mishiro's now on the back of Maze, which is going to give him time, going to cost him some time. However, Mishiro's also going to get DRS here. This is going to be close for a run to the line.
Oh, he's passing Maze.
He's got to make the pass. He's going to make it work. He's now at P6. He's got to stay within 3 seconds. It's going to be close. Here they come to the racing line. You got Jorge going to finish P5 with time penalties. Noisy P4. Jorge P5. Here comes the Mishiro on P6. Will that time hold? We will soon find out. It's going to be close. Mishiro right now is currently in P6. Maze is going to jump because of time penalties. Will Siege? Siege will not. And Pariah will finish P8. So Mishiro did enough to hold on, and he will at least get P7 for his efforts. Pariah will get P9. He'll start, sadly, P9 in the next race because of that time penalty. And Nelly will finish P10. County 11th. And Haney will come around the last corners here, and he'll finish P12.
And congrats to Kugino. and Scuba and Ivoxara. I mean, they didn't have any time penalties, so nice driving and respect. But I can't stop wondering, like, Mashiro were a terrible first couple of laps,
and
then finally it's like he got it together.
He's shown he had the pace, so he's shown he's got pace. So it's a relatively interesting fact. He's shown he's got the pace to drive. He's got the pace using a feature race, but now he'll start on pole for the sprint race, but he usually has bad performances in the sprint race. So can he break the curse of the sprint race, at least for him?
137.8 from Scuba.
One other thing worth noting is Scuba did set the faster lap than Kugino did. So it is kind of worth noting that Kugino may have a challenger, because both of them are going to have to work their way up through the field and going to have to go through all the other cars. So it'll be interesting to note that I think we'll have a little bit of a fight here on our hands.
Yeah, this is going to be cool.
This will be interesting because, I mean, Kugino, respect. Scuba, respect. Ivrix, respect. All of you get my respect for doing well here, but you did make it a little bit boring up front. So now, here comes the challenge. Here's the boss music. You're going to have to fight through Noisy, Jorge, Maze, and Mashiro, and Siege. All of them are going to fight, and all of them are going to be ahead of you. Can you stay ahead? Or can you get through the field quickly? And you have now less laps, too. So have fun.
But it's also true with your tire strategy there. You said we had the first 5 places on hard soft.
Yeah, because I remember in a league race, and when one driver did a hard soft and the other one did a soft hard, and the soft hard ended up costing him the win because he had the advantage on the start, but the hards were so just not good enough that the softs caught up, passed, and won.
Yeah.
So yeah, now we will have the sprint race here, and looks like the same conditions here. So yeah, I guess this is what Britain looks like. Very cloudy, very depressing.
It's
beautiful.
It's always raining a little bit.
There's always a chance of rain. It's like every time you open up your weather forecast in Britain, it's like 0.1% or less than 1%. It's never 0. It will never be 0.
It'll either rain or not.
Yeah.
You know,
it's like the weather.
50% chance.
The weathermen are like, yeah, there's a less than 1% chance it's gonna rain. Like what's the chance of it gonna rain? 10%. Okay, so that's 60% in Britain talk. Okay. But as we wait,
who do you tip? Number one.
Last time I said Mashiro, and Mashiro had that awful lapse. You know what? I have not learned my lesson. This time, I have learned my lesson. Siege, I'm gonna tag you to win this race. And now, Siege is gonna get a lot of hate mail from Siege. And Siege's fans and supporters. Gonna get a lot of hate mail. But yeah, Siege will roll off P1, Mashiro second, Maze third. Let's just see the tires as Frowel Pepper gets disqualified in the formation up along with Sebastian.
Why? What happened? That's a pity for Esteban. I mean, he's really good in the overall standings. He's pretty high. He's in 4th or 5th place.
Mm-hmm. Something else is Honey Badger, because of his getting disqualified or crashing out, he's going to be a P13, so he's going to have to fight even harder to get it for the field. But yeah.
Honey Badger's going for drive. Oh, no. Who just spun around there? Out in the grass.
That is Alpha F1, who always seems to join for the sprint races. So, good to see him here. But yeah, he's currently in P17. But yeah, everyone's starting on the hards. The hards will make it, but as we did see, the pit window for hards is about 10 and 11 laps. So I don't think they'll puncture. I don't think we ever have to risk a puncture. Someone's really off in the grass there. Someone has just spun it hard. I think that's Honey Badger. No, that is not Honey Badger. It's
Flores.
It's Flores. I looked through one of the cameras. I just saw him Tokyo drifting through the Pirelli sign. I'm like, what the? How did you lose that? Are we going to
see this again? Are we going to see guys flying off in all directions? Yeah, I mean, that was the craziest I've seen.
You think because now they're a little bit accustomed to the hards, I think they should be a little bit more gripped. But maybe they got a little bit spoiled by the softs, and now they don't know where the points are. But yeah, while we take this time as they go to the formation lap here, again, gotta plug some stuff to pay the bills, metaphorically speaking, even though I don't think I'm getting anything for this. If you like what you see, you can subscribe to the League Racing TV channel. We have 838 subscribers. Always look for more. There's also tons of other leagues that run here on Mondays through Fridays. There's a schedule on Twitter at League Racing TV where you can see the full schedule and who will be doing the dates for commentary. If you like this league, it's TTML. They run a couple dates, but they also run here every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern, which would be, quickly you can tell me the time in UK, because I think it's 5 hours ahead. That's 8 p.m. UK. Yep. And 8 p.m. UK. If you like what you see, you can possibly join the Discord. The Discord link should be in the description or somewhere. And you can join that. And also, if you like us, you can follow me at PepsiFreak212 on Twitter and for all your tweeting needs. Now that the self-promotions are over, we will start this sprint race. And Siege and Mashiro, who were both relatively fast and were battling for that last points position, now will be, or not last points position, but fighting for pole position in the sprint race, are now going to be 1-2 here on the sprint race.
Oh, I hope Scuba gets a good start, keeps Kugino behind him for the race.
Yeah, if Scuba can get ahead of Kugino, that would be an interesting fight. So we'll see here as we got 5 red lights, and away they go, as it looks like Siege and Mashiro got relatively good starts here. So it'll be interesting to see how they go in corner 1, but I think Siege got the better start. Someone's already off!
Oh, no!
Maze just hooked the right. That was a lot of things there. Yeah, and that's going to be a yellow flag sector 1. As another car's around, County's around. No, Haney's around. Scuba lost it in the maze. What just happened on lap 1? Did Scuba just took a hard right, or Maze did? Someone took a hard right.
Pariah's gone around as well. Pariah's gone. Oh,
Pariah is around here, and as long as Alpha F1, so a lot has just gone wrong there. Scuba has lost it. Scuba's now going to be fighting for minimum points now. That is what Siege wants to see, even though it's less points for the sprint race. That will help him in the point standings. But what happened lap 1?
What type of I didn't see that. What happened? I just saw like, oh no, somebody's gone out left, and it was like,
hold on.
Who was that?
Let me pull up the live stream. We'll watch as Mashiro is getting past right now. Jorge for second position. They're fighting. But that's really going to help Kugino. But Siege has got checked out. But let me just pull up the race replay here and see if I can actually see what happened.
Yeah, while you're saying that, because I know that Kugino, he's in 6th place now. And we saw last week, if there's one driver you don't want in front of you, it's Ivoxara, who's in 5th place right now, who has shown us is one of the best to drive defensively and to not let anybody past him.
Kugino right now has got a long train ahead of him, so it's going to be a lot of fighting here. So it looks like Kugino's got a lot of cars ahead of him, but all those drivers are faster in their own right, so it's not going to be easy to make passes happen.
Oh, Kugino was just into the back of Ivoxara.
Yeah, it looks like I was looking at the replay here, and yeah, big fight. But let me just I'm still pulling up the replay here, so we'll cover kind of double action here. But let's see here, as we got a battle here still for P3, as it looks like Noisy could try something. He'll think better of it after what happened lap 1. Maybe he wants to take a bit of a conservative and hold up. Now, as I watch the replay here, they get off corner 1, and Scuba I see exactly what happened.
Oh, no!
Oh, no! Noisy's around!
Oh, it was Noisy that went around. Oh, no.
But taking a look at the replay,
Taking
a look at the replay, it looked like Jorge on the silver car. If it looked like it was him, but I can't get a clear look at it. But it looked like the silver car cut right into Maze, and then it took out Scuba. So it looked like someone just kind of went a little bit too right off the start, and he took Maze for a ride. So Maze could have a complaint here, you could say. But Siege has cleared a second on Mashiro. Jorge's in 3rd, Ivrix in 4th, and Kugino in 5th. And we still got a big battle here for the top 5 positions. And your boy Honey Badger's currently caught the 3, 4, 5 train. So Honey Badger's really got abandoned on the first couple laps.
Definitely, and he knows that in front of him he's got Kugino, but Kugino is going to really struggle on Ivoxara. I mean, you said he brake checked him. He definitely knows how to defend a lead. He definitely knows that.
I wouldn't say 100% brake checks. I was looking down at the replay. All I know is I looked up and I saw Ivrix kind of going slow. Maybe it was a situation where Kugino did run in the back from him. I'm not going to say brake check. I'll take that one back, because I was kind of looking at the replay. So I'm not going to be the fool like that's the purist, as we got Kugino trying to make a move here.
Oh!
And Ivrix going to keep the elbows out, but Kugino's going to make that pass work. Very smart play. Yeah, very smart pass there. As Mashiro sets a fast lap, now Kugino will. Now Kugino up to P4, and he's going to set his sights up on the next couple of positions up ahead. Honey Badger is also going to possibly make a pass here on Ivrix, try to line one up relatively soon. As we do have a yellow flag sector 3, one of the cars is around. That is Ferrari Pepper, who has spun in the last corner.
No!
Honey Badger spun it again! Honey Badger, you did it twice! You gotta learn!
Oh.
He is not liking that corner.
With those guys. He was like catching up, and then it's like, oh no, he's spun it around again.
He didn't lose too much time this lap. And so, as we got a big battle here for 3rd, as Kugino's going to try to make a move around Jorge, and Jorge is going to try to keep the inside from the rookie. I think this is his first race here, and he's going to hold the position, at least for now. As Alfon has retired the car in the pit lane, so he will be calling it a day. Yellow flag still sector 1. As one of the cars is selected, that is Noisy. Pariah and Scuba fighting, as Scuba's made the pass for that.
Oh, look at this battle for 3rd place.
But yeah, we're still following this battle here in 3rd. Kugino and Jorge still fighting. Kugino can't make it work, and Jorge is going to hold position for now, and it's going to allow Ivrix back in the fight. Will Kugino try something now? Maggots and Beckett's, he will not, and Jorge will still hold P3 for the time being. But I bet you with DRS, because it's open this lap, Kugino and Ivrix will have something to say with Jorge.
Oh, definitely. That was nice driving by Kugino there. He was able to... Oh, he's going to go for it now. He's going to go. He's going in the outside.
Round the outside. Will he make it work? Jorge still keeping the elbows out. It's still side by side. Great onboard shine from Ivrix. Oh, Kugino gets a little out there, and he gives him a little bit of an elbow there. A little short jab. Still side by side. But it looks like Kugino will eventually win out for now, and that's going to allow Ivrix a possibility to make something happen as Siege now sets the fast lap of the race.
Oh,
so Siege is
nice
taking no prisoners.
By Kugino, but now Ivaxar is like behind him, behind Jorge, and he's like, okay, here I come as well.
Here I come, I am Cinnamon. As Ivrix is quoting that old Applejacks commercial. Again, I don't know if they were in the in your parts of the world, but I know in America they played a ton through the younger years of myself. So Kugino is now kind of pulled out. Now it looks like Ivrix is going to be on Jorge for P4. Going to go try around the inside here. Very aggressive lunge. How aggressive will he be on the breaking point? He's going to get the elbows out, and he's going to get it. Can there be a switchback from Jorge? Can Jorge keep it around the outside? And it's going to allow Honey Badger back in the fight, by the way, too. I see his car right there. But it looks like Jorge's going to lose position to Ivrix for right now. Honey Badger now going to smell blood in the water. He's going to try something as well. Yellow flag sector 2. Someone has lost in the back. Pariah has lost it. I think it is.
Oh, it's Steaban. It's
Steaban. Okay, it's Steaban. As they are still side by side here. They're not going to go side by side for Magnus Beck. This is going to end horribly. Don't go side by side. Don't go side by side. Guys, it's for 5th position. You got the whole race, and there, Honey Badger can't keep it. Now he's off into the kitty litter, and he's going to hit the Armco sign. That's why you don't go. That's why you don't go side by side through there, boys. That is the life lesson. And Honey Badger now is forced to retire from the race because of damage.
No.
Poor Honey Badger. He went
for it.
There just isn't
space. There is not enough space at that speed.
And he's now going to his motorhome. He's going to call it a day. He's just, you feel for him because he tried it. He was aggressive there. He knew he had to make it work. And he just nowhere to go. As we've
next week, Honey Badger. Next week.
Honey Badger showed he's inconsistent. He's a fast driver, but it seems like every other week he's like 1 week he wins, next week that happens. Austria he does good, Spain he does bad. He's a bi-weekly driver, so next week he'll be up there winning.
Yes.
But for right now, it's still a big fight here. But anyway, we have a battle here for P7 with Scuba now on the back of Ulrix, which is probably something Siege doesn't want to see. While Kugino's right now in touch distance of Mishiro. So right now, Kugino has worked his way through the field relatively quickly. Scuba now going to try and make a move. We'll cut back to P8 here. And we got Scuba on a fight here with Voltrex. And he's just going to try to pass him around the outside. Can he make it work?
Oh, wow.
Going to try to do it, and I think that's Mazepin's car. Yeah, it is Mazepin's car, and he will make the pass work. Now he's in P8, and now he's going to try to set up Nelly.
That was a nice pass by Scuba there. Nice draw.
Oh, no, there goes.
No, Flores.
He's going down the old pit lane.
Oh,
Scuba gets a 3-second time penalty, not for cutting, just for cutting, not for that incident. But the other thing worth noting is Volix tried to take it down the old pit lane. Sorry, boys, the old pit lane, that's the old pit lane. The new pit lane is currently on the start-finish straight. So try again later. But Scuba is going to now on the back of Nelly, and actually Kishiro and Mishiro fighting as well. We'll cut back to that battle there as Kugino's going to make the pass work. Can Mishiro, the crafty veteran, hold on? No, he will not. And Kugino will take over P2 from Mishiro.
That Kugino is flying today. I mean, there's nothing stopping him today.
There's nothing. Yeah, you're going to have to throw a brick wall in front of him. That still probably won't slow him down. As
6
Scuba
laps
has
left now. Oh,
we do have a slow car that has Noisy. Noisy has lost it in a similar spot where Honey Badger lost it. County, Jorge has lost it. He has spun it on the last corner. That's going to allow County to get by, and presumably going to allow Scuba to get by as well. Or at least, at the very least, get very close to make a pass happen here. Yellow flag sector 3, Noisy's kind of going slow here. Again, a lot more action-packed than the last race was. I'll give it that much.
Yeah, definitely. Okay,
a lot
so
more
we've
things
got
to cover.
Siege, Kugino, and Mashiro. What do you say? Who's going to be in the podium? What order?
Well, I think right now Kugino is going to catch Siege, and I think Siege will hold on to Mishiro. So I think it's going to be 1, 2, 3. But Ivrix is relatively close to Mishiro, so I think even Ivrix you can't count out. I'm still going to say Siege, Kugino, Siege, Mishiro, but Ivrix, prove me wrong. I'm going to give Ivrix a challenge. Prove me wrong. You prove me wrong, okay. I'll stand for you next week. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
Kugino first and Mashiro. I think Mashiro's going to just get a little bit closer here, and then if Kugino gets past Siege, she's going to be like, oh no, where'd you come from? How did that happen? Mashiro's just going to slide past as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we've got a yellow flag.
That is Ferrari Pepper.
Pepper.
Yeah, not a great race from him. He's had he's not been good here around. He's had one of the worst track records right around Silverstone right now. As it looks like Ivrix is going to try something on his old Carlin teammate. Nah, he'll think better of it. He'll stick behind for at least right now.
Yeah, he should.
Yeah, as Philip has retired from the session. No safety. Because there is no safety cars in this league. I was like, oh, where's the safety cars? Oh, yeah, because there's no safety cars in this league. That's why. Got to remember the rules. You do enough leagues, you sometimes get the rules mixed up. As Hugino sets the fastest lap of the race as we wait for Haney's penalty to go by to confirm that. I believe. Yep, there it goes. 139.107. So right now,
Scooby is up to 7th now.
Yep,
Kane is going to grab more points, but
he's got a long road ahead. He's got a long road ahead for the next position. Actually, no, Jorge's right there, but he's also got a 3-second time penalty, so it's probably going to be the end of the road is 6 unless something happens to County.
Yeah.
But right now, Mashiro is not losing too much time to Kugino, so it is kind of worth noting if you look at the fastest laps of the race. If I can ever again.
I mean, the only thing that can happen here now is that Kugino is slowed down by Siege, right? And Mashiro can grab that time back again.
Yep, because right now, if we look at the fast lap of the race, Kugino is well over a lot clear of at least the fast laps of Mashiro and Siege by well over 600ths of a second. So
he's flying now.
Yeah, he is flying. He knows how to put that car down. But right now, again, Mashiro's got Ivric's last podium playing position, and Kugino's within at least 7/10 of a second of Siege. I bet you right now, Siege is kind of, I don't know if he's hoping for maybe rain or some luck, something, divine intervention, engine failure, something.
I thought it was supposed to rain on this track.
It looks like it always looks like it rains. I guess as Jorge's making a move on Scuba for P6, as my voice cracks. I'm a
Mashiro is still under attack.
As Jorge gets the 6th position in 6, and he makes a relative move on Scuba, which is actually kind of impressive. I didn't think Jorge could make. He has pace, but I didn't think he'd have Scuba pace there. So impressive. As Kugino sets another fast lap of the race, and now he's within half a second of Siege. So it's coming down.
Yeah, but we want Siege to slow him down just a second.
Just
a second.
Mobile chicane. Mobile chicane. Be a jerk.
Okay.
Get the elbows out. Get the elbows out. As Mashiro has got to now fight the lap car of Noise. Now, ghosting is on, so it shouldn't affect him too much.
Oh, Kugino's... It's too easy. It's too easy.
With the straight and the DRS, just makes the pass work. And he sets a purple sector, too. But, Siege gives him a little tap up the rear there. Give him a little chrome horn. Not judging his braking point there. Gives him a little bit of a tap. Not too much. But Kugino now had clear, and I think Kugino may have just checked out, or is going to check out here. But again, prove me wrong, so. Siege. Prove me wrong.
That was a nice pass as well. It was like perfect timing from Kugino.
That it was. Because now Ivric's still on the back of Mashiro here. Ivric's wants that last podium paying position.
He's going to go for it. We've seen him driving before, and he's going to go for it someplace here.
He's one of those drivers that isn't going to wait for his last opportunity. I mean, it's good he's in Tsunoda's car because, like I said, like a good example of, I always quote this, is Takuma Sato's no attack, no chance. He's someone that's going to attack when it's like lap 8 or lap 7. Or I guess we're on lap 8 now. He'll wait until he'll get it done once he thinks he can get it done. He's not going to wait to the last lap. He's not thinking of the past. He's thinking of the future. He's thinking of the present, not the future. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yes. It's gonna. Mashiro. He's a little bit left and right there, coming out of the corner.
Kugino sets another fastest lap. He is still going. As I like to point out, as we'll cut away from this in a second, is that Jorge and Scuba, Jorge took the position back and is still holding. Like, points to Scuba. I mean, points to Jorge. He is holding off the points leader pretty well. So, points to him.
Yeah, and it's always nice when the rookies perform well in their races, right?
Yeah. As it now looks like Ivrix is going to try something. Mashiro going to try to break the toe here like this is Indianapolis 500. Can he make the work happen? Side by side going into the corner. Ivrix and Mashiro. Mashiro as Ivrix gets a 3-second time penalty for cutting that corner. That's going to play in Mashiro's hands. Now Mashiro's got the upper hand, and with 3 laps to go, he just needs to keep it clean. And he should get the last podium spots. But it looks like Ivrix now knows he's got to make something happen. He's going to try it going... he thinks better of it. He was broke a little bit more earlier than Mashiro, not wanting to risk possibly a penalty. But still side by side here. Noisy gets a 3-second time penalty as well. Something else worth noting is Siege has not lost a second to Kugino, so he's holding in. Like, you think Kukina would have pulled the second clear of Siege by now, but he's still within a second. So, again, points to Siege. Siege is holding on, but he's going to need...
And even though Mashiro is pushing to keep this third place, I mean, he's it's up to 3.2 seconds now to Siege. So, respect to Siege. Nice driving.
Yeah, it feels like, no offense, it feels like we're kind of throwing him under the bus a little bit, because it feels like we'd always talk about Scuba and his championship lead. But Siege is, when he's not the flashiest person, but when he puts up a fight, he puts up a fight. You don't see him every week out there, but now he's lost a second, but he's got talent in the wheel. He's just not the flashiest name in the pan.
But he'll get a lot more points today.
Yeah, like a good right back on a soccer team. Someone that's good, but you're not gonna put him on the posters in front of the stadium. Sorry, Siege. But anyway, we got still battle here. It looks like Siege is still within a second, but he's gonna need some divine intervention to help. Ivrix, he's basically gonna have to hope for a miracle, because even if he gets past Mashiro, he's gonna have to hope Mashiro gets a penalty, and Mashiro's gonna have to play conservatively.
Back up to 6th place.
But remember, Scuba does also have a time penalty, so even if he gets past Jorge, it's 3 seconds. So right now, that is still Jorge's position, so he can let him go, kind of. Sebastian gets a 3-second time penalty, just insult to injury for him. Pariah and him are fighting, as Pariah, in what could be his last race, makes a pass here for 8th. Side by side, they are fighting. They got the elbows out as well.
Get it back, Pariah, get it back.
There's a lot of battles here to cover. Pariah and him fighting for 8th. Ivrix and Mashiro up in 3rd. And Pariah is just going to try it. And he's going to get clear. Oh, we'll cover this one right now. For now, I'm keeping an eye on Ivrix. Actually, we'll have to cut back to Ivrix. Ivrix and Mashiro side by side. And Ivrix makes the pass work on Mashiro. Mashiro may be sensing that he doesn't need to get a penalty. Oh, no. Jorge, that was the worst time to get a time penalty. Now that's going to last. Now that's actually a fight for P6. Pariah gets past Sebastian. Scuba's up past Jorge, and now they're fighting for actual position on track. And Mashiro has got Ivrix past Mashiro, but Mashiro right now just don't get a time penalty, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, that's true. But I respect to Kuginu in the lead on the last lap, and he's actually opened up almost a 2-second. It is a 2-second lead now, so he's flying in first place.
He's flying. Sebastian just repassed Pariah for 8th. So again, can Pariah get the elbows out one more time and fight for this? We'll find out on this last lap. Mashiro should probably just take it conservatively. We'll watch Maze here in Scuba. Jorge is gonna have to throw a move here. He's got to try it, because with the time penalties, he knows that he needs to do something, and we'll see how aggressive he'll be. He's about a half-second back, so unless he is very aggressive here, there's no way he's going to make a lunge here work. Oh, Mashiro! What happened up here? Ivrix, I think, lost the back end or something, because Mashiro just made a pass.
It almost looked like he let him pass.
Maybe. I don't know, because I was looking at the battle for 6 here, and, Ivrix just got past. He was well over half a second clear, so... Interesting to see what may have happened. Maybe the old Carlin boys, because we're teammates for a couple rounds. Maybe a little bit of respect. Ivrix knows he's not going to get 3rd on track, so maybe just let Mashiro go. Because he's clear. He's 3 seconds clear of county, so he doesn't have to worry about losing the position.
He's not going to pass it, is it? What? No, he's not.
No, he's not. Okay, so he's going to hold back. Now we got a battle here for 7th, so we're going to watch back here with Jorge, as Kugino's going to go through the last couple quarters here, and he's about to win this race. I'm going to hold on this battle here for 6. This is a little bit more important. But Kugino going to not do a thing wrong all day. He's going to win this race. Jorge going to try and move around the outside. Has to try it now. Last lap of the race. Needs to do it if he wants P6. Going to get the elbows out. How aggressive will it be for lunch? They touch. They touch. Still side by side. Scuba and Scuba and Jorge. Jorge's going to have the corner, and Jorge gets...
Oh, he
touches wheels, and Scuba's going to hold P6.
Scuba spins.
Scuba spins. And he's across the line, though, so he'll get P6. He will get P6. Jorge will limp it around for P7, but with time penalties, he'll hold P7. Sebastian's going to smack the car of Scuba. Hopefully, Scuba's all right. Sebastian's going to finish P8. Nelly's going to come home in P9. And Pariah, what happened to Pariah in the last lap? He was P8, fighting for P8. Now he's in P10. And I guess he's just going to spin it and do some donuts here. For the,
yes, respect, Pariah, respect.
For the British faithful, knowing this may be his last race.
Some more, Pariah.
He knows they're not. There's no reason they're not going to suspend him, because it's his last race. So he's just going to go out and have some fun.
Yes, he's doing more. Yes, keep it going, man.
I mean, he can get a top 10 if he just crossed the line. But here comes Haney's still fighting for the Haney and Noisier are still fighting for points, by the way. So if he doesn't cross the line soon, all right, now he has, and he'll get P10. Haney gets P11, and as we wait for Noisier to cross the line here, I want to point out that Corgino did a great race there. Points to Corgino. Great drive by Corgino, made it work. Both won the feature and the sprint. Great drive by him. Siege, great rebound race in the sprint, gets P2. Mashiro gets the last step on the podium. Great for him. Actually, just something I noticed, County just got P4. So Ivrex actually had a bigger time penalty than I think we thought, because now he's down to P5.
Yeah, where did he come from? Yeah, that was nice.
So I thought he was well clear, but I guess maybe the path was off.
So how does this affect our points? Yeah, Conti got good
driver of the day.
Yeah, so Siege closes the gap here today, right?
Yep, Siege. Well, because remember the first race, Scuba finished second, and that would give him 25 points. And then he finished 6th here today, which would give him 10. So that would give him 35 points. While I don't remember.
Oh,
do you remember where he finished P8 because he was on the pole. So he would get 12 points and then 15. So he would get 27. So yeah, Scuba will get a point gain on our Siege in second. And Honey Badger has a race to forget. And Mashiro also had the kind of a race to forget as well. He'll get 3rd position. He'll get 13 points, and then for the sprint, and then he would get, since he finished 7th, 13, so he'll get 26. So, yeah, Siege will extend his, Scuba will extend his points lead on the field here today. And he'll also get the 2 fast slaps as well. So he'll get another 2 points added on that as well. So he'll make out like a bandit. And he will take over. He'll continue his points lead at the top of the standings. But yeah, great drive by Kukino. If he can make I don't know 100% where he's in the standings because he's part-time. But if he wasn't a reserve, it'd be interesting to see where he'd be if he could make all the races. Siege second, Mashiro third, County fourth, Ivrex fifth, Scuba sixth, Jorge seventh, and Sebastian eighth, Nelly ninth, and Pariah, who's retiring today, will finish at least P10, and at least will bring home something for his faithful. But yeah.
Nice going. I was a little bit in shock at some of that driving today, but yeah, I was nice going. Nice comment.
I don't think they were ready for the Silverstone. I don't think they were. They weren't ready for the hards of Silverstone.
Definitely
not. Yeah, Pariah, we actually were happy. We actually found your donuts kind of interesting. So your goodbye donuts were right intrigued. We do hope we can see you possibly again if the schedules do rework. But regardless. I think that will basically do it as for here. Do you have anything you want to add, Brandon, for the end of this race? You want to talk about something real fast? Say anything?
No, that'd be great. Next week, where are we?
I just had the app open. I should have just checked.
We are in...
We are somewhere. Hungary. Oh, that will be an interesting race. Especially, it's a bit of a hard track to perk, so it's going to be very interesting to see these guys fight. So yeah, next week is Hungary, which will be 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. GMT. Hopefully you join us for that race. As for myself, Pepsi Freak 212, and Brandon over there, we are signing off, and that will be basically it. So thank you, and good night.
Good night.